Okay, today I'm going to be doing an HID conversion on a 1990 Nissan 240SX. This should work for any 89 to 94 240SX. They're all pop-up headlights, so yeah, this is the style that they've got. They're just big old glass bulbs there. And I've been wanting to do HIDs for a while because the basically visibility is better. And since I got a Lexus IS300 recently, driving from one to the other at nighttime is huge difference. So that's the main reason that I'm switching. And I actually got this kit here from a friend who had him on his Mighty Max truck, but he wasn't using it anymore. He got pulled over because he had 10,000K, I believe it was, which are very blue, so they're not allowed in our state. What I did is I got different bulbs for them, and thankfully with these bulbs it makes it a plug-and-play setup. I tested it already. It's just all plugged in here, and then this plugs into the car, and that's it. With those ones, there was an extra piece there that actually had you had to do a ground for each headlight, as well as run power to the battery. So thankfully with these ones I don't have to do that, so it's going to be literally a plug and play. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about is where I'm going to be mounting the ballasts, because it looks somewhat limited for room, but I'll see what I get when I go in there. But first I'm going to start by taking off these housings here, and from there there's a bracket as well that comes off. It's pretty simple, but yeah, I'm going to go through and do that. And here's a quick before. I know it's in the garage, but it's kind of for my own thing. I'm going to be doing one light at a time so that they still aim at the same spot. But as you can see right now, they're aimed nice and even, which I want to keep that. I know a lot of times when people change these out, they don't pay attention to that. Then one headlight ends up aiming at the sky or at the ground. So this is for my own thing. This is the before, and then I'll show the after once I finish up. Alright, so I'm starting here by unscrewing the 4 screws on the side of the housing. So I'm going 1, 2, 3. Sorry about the shakiness, I'm kind of filming myself here. 4. Alright, so 4 little screws like that. Let me grab my other one down here. This other one fell over here. So I'm gonna put these to the side here. Okay, so we got those 4 out here. Now this should just pop out. And if I recall correctly, from my old one here, you've got to do a little line here. There we go. Just pops out there, pulls out. It's getting stuck on that bottom adjuster bolt. There we go. So we got that out, and now those are kind of rusty there, but those are the screws there. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them. So hopefully I don't have to mess too much with the adjusting aspect of it. I don't believe I do, so we'll see here shortly. Okay, as you can see here, I got the headlight out, but these screws holding that bracket there, you can see are rotted. They're just rusted, so I had to unscrew the adjuster screw there, and the one on the bottom just loosened up a bit so I could pop it out. Wasn't too happy about that because now I'm gonna have to actually aim these. If these screws weren't messed up, I wouldn't have had to go through this aspect of it. So I'm gonna have to probably vice grip or maybe even drill those out. But right now, at least I got this out. I can test the HID with the headlights, so that's like one good thing I can do now. Okay, so right now I just got this guy plugged in right to there. Everything else all kind of plugged together, so I'm gonna turn the headlight around real quick and test it out. And yep, the headlight does light up. Obviously it's not a housing, so can't see a whole lot of light, but it's working. Okay, and you're just gonna explain how I ended up getting those out. Didn't have to drill them out. What I actually did was, since the heads, as you can see, are stripped. There was no way they were stripped when I took it apart. So whoever did it last time must have stripped them, or just age, whatever. But yeah, that's what they looked like. So what I did is, on the back end, some of the screw does stick out. So what I did is just put a vice grips on the end, clamped it down real tight, and I was able to turn them out from the back up until they got to the really messed up thread part that I did there. And then I just used the vice grips on the head there to kept turning them out by hand, and they came out. Only snag I came across, one of them snapped, so that one I will probably have to drill out. That one wasn't budging, so I'm just going to probably drill that one out from the back here, and I'll show you how I'm going to be putting the new one in there, because those are machine threads there, so I'll show you how I'm going to be mounting the new ones in with some new screws and these little adapters I've got. Okay, as you can see here, I got the new headlight in the housing. These headlights aren't exactly a perfect fit. Show you here, as you can see, the trim ring didn't fit 100% across the edges. Looks like these are a little bit fatter, but I did make them work. I had to replace the screws. Didn't have any machine screws, couldn't find any that fit, so I've got these just short, stubby, fat screws that I threaded in with drill. They went in nice and smooth. Left that broken one there. The same thing over here, put another screw in. So I'll be able to screw these in. Right now I'm putting the new bulb in here. If you take a look at the base of these ones, it could be different depending on which ones you get, but there's two thin ones and one fat one. Same thing with that. There are two thin ones are there and there. Fat one's up top, so move that out of the way. So there you go. Lines up, and then you just push down on here, clips down there, and voila, it's set. So now I'm going to go ahead and test fit it in the car, mount it in there, see if I can get it to aim the same as my other one there, and hopefully it works out. Okay, so here I got it mounted in the housing, plugged in here, just in case you're not aware, it's literally plug and play right there. Here I did attach a couple of zip ties to the ballast, harnesses and such, and right now I'm just looking at where I'm going to be mounting the ballast on this passenger side here. I do see some room down here by where this bumper support is. I may be screwing it to there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll show you once I do. But that's looking like the most promising spot as of right now without taking off my bumper. Okay, as you can see right now, I got one in. I'm trying to aim it right now so it aims about where it was. It's sitting a little higher than the other side, but they did aim a little lower than I'd like, so I may keep it here, but I'm probably going to adjust a little bit here. And the way you adjust is bottom screw down there and this one. So this one obviously gets it over to the side, which I think I need to go over that way more. And the bottom one downwards, so I'm just adjusting it right now to try to get it more even. But obviously you can see right away it's a big difference in light output. Alright, so I'm taking off the passenger side now. Driver's side's pretty well good. I already took out the screws, so now the first time you do it, it may be kind of tight like this. So you see those clips go into there. You just do that, pops out like that. Then you just give it a little finagle in here, and it pops right out. And then, oh nice. It looks like these screws are actually in better condition. We'll see though. I could be getting my hopes up. Okay, as you can see, I got myself excited. It did have to come out. Some of them were stripped. Actually, two of them did come, or one did come out normally. The other one was stripped, so I had to break off the head, screw, and actually that one I had to drill out, so that one wasn't too fun. Didn't take long though, just used my Craftsman drill. And this bottom one here, I had to use the method where I grab onto the back of it and break it loose, then I was able to just unscrew it by hand. This one here, I'm just leaving there because the other one I left one on while I did the rest of it, and it worked fine, so I'm going to do the same here, and then just use some of my fatter screws to thread in there, which are newer. These ones, the heads are pretty well gone, even the ones that I was able to get off, so, yep. Okay, so I got this one screwed in as well. Got the new screws there. You can see the housing a little stretched, but it works. It did on the other side. I got that side actually all together. So, only thing I did on the other one that I didn't show, I also taped up around the wires here. They were kind of loose, and I did have to do some tying of them up by the headlight cover so that they wouldn't catch, because this part here kept catching. When I was closing the headlight, it'd get jammed and would just start making a bunch of noises. So I'll show you what I did to remedy that on this passenger side. Alright, first thing I did on the passenger side is unscrewed the 4 10mm that hold the headlight housings on. And there's the other 2 right there. Alright, so it's a bit difficult to see, but I zip tied the ballast down there to harness. It's nice and tight. I may add another one just in case. And on the top, here's what I was talking about with zip ties here. I'm making sure to pull up that thing up here as high as possible, and then I'll tuck it so I can still put the lid back on, zip tie them on, and then test the headlights multiple times before I reassemble everything. Alright, so I've got the headlights on there, as you can see. They're aiming basically where factory ones where I marked on the wall. They might slightly be off, but I'll have to see when I'm actually driving it. But they're pretty well even with each other, which is the main thing I was going for. Then up top here, I'll show you what I meant by zip tying. I just put all the harnesses together, put this fat one back here in the corner. These ones are zip tied there, and that's that. I'll show you that go up and down fine, nothing catching. So just gotta put the lid on and double check again. Okay, and here's the finished product. So yeah, this is what it is after. Obviously, real test is gonna be when I'm driving around at night, which I may actually go do tonight. Gonna see, but yeah, pretty well done now at this point. Headlights go up and down smoothly, nothing hits, no restriction or anything like that, so it's good to go.